Good evening, everyone. This is a quick video. Okay, I promise you it's a quick video. Ooh, what do I have here? A sweet potato slip. This is how I do my sweet potato slips. There's a lot of ways you can do it. Root a potato in some water, pointy side up, root side down, and you see the roots in the water, and then eventually you get slips growing out. Once the slips start growing out, you take the potato and you take the slip and just break it off. And then I'm going to leave these two on here and put them back. Add some more water. They drink water every day because they're growing slips. And what you do is, this is a node. Every place a leaf come out is called a node. And you decide how long you want it to be. You decide how long you want it to be. So for me, I'm going to go to just right here. So I'm going to cut it right a little bit above the node. Then I'm going to go again. I think with this one, it started getting thinner and thinner. As you can see, there's more space between the leaves. So I'm just going to go right up to here. This I'm going to throw away. I'm going to come back down to where this node is and cut just a little bit below the node. Reason being, this is where the roots are going to come out. I'm going to take that leaf off and take this leaf off, put it in some water, and this, my dear friend, is going to root. I'm going to do the same thing with this. This is a node. Take this leaf off, and let's see. I think I'll just leave that like that. So I have at least two. Let's see here. 1, 2 nodes. You only really need one in the water, and that's fine because you need the leaves to capture the sun. Sun to send the energy down into the plant. So that's one. Here's another one right here. And this is the potato. I think I did a video, sweet potato, that I cut the bottom off of. And see all the roots coming out of it? And also, it gave me slips. So, I'm going to put this over here. Once again, I'm going to pop this off. You can cut it. I just pop it. And also, when you finish taking your slips off, you can take the whole potato and put it in the ground. I've had that verified by several people, one being Miss Mona, of sifting some soil and my honeydew. So with this one, we have a node here and a node here. So I'm not going to clip this because there's a node down there. So to give this slip some life, I'm just going to go on ahead and I think use the whole slip. You just have to make the decision. As a matter of fact, no, I won't. I'm going to cut it right here. And I'm going to just take this leaf off. Now, you probably should cut it because you don't want to damage it. So for you guys' sake, I'll go on ahead and cut it. You want to cut the leaf. And you have the node here, a node here, 3 nodes, probably 4. And you want to stick it in the water. Just stick it in the water, and it's going to root. I'll bring you back, and you'll see that it did root. So you have several slips on here. This one's right here. I'm going to tear that off. You have nodes down here, but I don't think I want that brown part. So I'm going to cut that off and start up here. So we have a node here and a node there. I'm going to go for one more node, take it, and just stick it in the water. You don't want the leaf to go in the water, just that part. So we have This piece right here, you say, well, what you gonna do with this piece right here? It's still good. You see the direction the leaves are going in. They're going up. That's why I say you can find out which end is up. See the node, how it's going up. You run your hand over and you can feel the direction that it's going in any plant. So I'm going to cut all the way just a little bit below that node. Cut this leaf off right here. See if I can do it where you can see it. Cut that leaf off. You really don't want to tear it because you tear the skin. You don't want to tear the skin. Cut there. This node is all the way up here. So I'm not going to do another node. I'm just going to cut this off because the rest of this is spindly. It doesn't have any leaves on it. Can't use that. So this goes in the dirt. So I'll just take this one right here. And with the one node, you still get some roots. We're going to put that in the jar. And what you're going to do is just keep going. And then you get all the cuttings that you want. And then you keep rooting. And it will continue to give you new cuttings. And then when the time comes to plant outdoors, when the weather is right for your growing zone, I'm in growing zone 8A. I don't know what growing zone you're in, but for me, these will go out in May. We have crazy weather here in Georgia, so I'm not going to chance it. It'll be probably the beginning of the second week in May. And then I feel a little bit safer. So I just pulled some leaves off this one. You want nodes to go in the water. So the node is going into the water. And I'll let you know as soon as I start seeing some, these are hard. Start seeing some roots that come out on these. So right here, anything that's brown for some reason, I just cut it off. I just cut it off. Anything that's brown, that's brown. And this is the first node right here. So I'm going to cut that. Second node. I may even go up to the third one on this one because it has some pretty good leaves on it. I'm going to cut the top off. I don't want it to be taking up any energy. So this goes into the water. Once you learn how to identify nodes, know what they are, what they look like, and that's half the battle won when you are talking about gardening. So this one has one more node on it. I mean, not one more node, one more slip that I want to get. And once again, it has a little brown area. I don't know if you can see that right down here. There's discoloration. I don't know what that's all about. I've seen it before. I'm going to just cut it. Cut the leaf. I just cut 3 off and into the water it goes. So there you have it. We have one more here that I was about to forget about. Going to cut the discoloration off. Cut the leaf. If I can see it. Leaf, leaf, and into the water. So there you have it. You have this bouquet of cuttings. These are your slips. Each one of them you can just go and put in the ground when the time comes. Meantime, they've got to root. You've got to let them root. The roots will start forming, and you set them in a place where it doesn't matter. Most people like to set them in some heat or what have you, but it doesn't matter. But just, I'm looking at the time because I'm like, ooh, I was trying to do just 5 minutes. It's kind of hard to do things in 5 minutes. But because I want you guys to understand, those of you who don't know, a lot of you OG gardeners, you know. But a lot of our new babies don't know, so I wanted to take out the time to explain it to them. So I'll do this again probably in another month because these will grow up and make some new slips. And for those of you who say, well, I don't think that's the right way to do it. You've done it the wrong way. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I keep telling y'all that. Stop saying that. So for those of you who do it the old-fashioned way, I got a little something for you. Hold on. Okay. This is what people are talking about. I do both methods. They both work. They both work. So whereas I've gotten slips to put in water from that, this was done at the same time. I only have one slip. just come up. So I planted the potatoes in some soil, moistened the soil, and I just keep it kind of moist. Eventually you will get a slip. Now this will take off and produce more slips, but both ways work. That's all I'm saying. Both ways work. They're going to say, oh, whatever. Both ways work. So you can try whatever suits your fancy. You do for yourself. Um, and then, like I said, when you finish getting your slips from the potato and you're ready to plant your slips outdoors or in a bag or in the ground or in a container or in the raised bed, you can put the potato in the ground as well, and it will also produce potatoes. Now, I've not done it, but everybody tells me you can do that. So, this is Georgia Peachnut. I want you to do me a favor. Will you please hit the like button? Please hit the like button if you like what I'm doing. That lets YouTube know, that you are watching and you did watch the video. So if you hit the like button, that would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm in the weeds with everything that I have to do. So we'll talk about that shortly. Bye-bye.